Yo yo, what's going on guys? Hisuian Gengar coming back with the 5th part of my Pokemon Shining Pearl badge quest. It has been a while since I uploaded a video for this. Been almost a year since the Heracross one. Took a very long break from it, as you can see, but decided to try to grind back. I've had like 3 different hunts going on in this file, all are over odds, including, well, this one. So here is my 5th badge quest video. This was in the Grand Underground. This came after 4,788 random encounters, and this was special for me because this was my first ever Underground Shiny. I've had these games since Christmas of 2021, so it's been like a year and a half, and in my Brilliant Diamond file, I've done a ton of encounters in the Grand Underground. Definitely over double odds. Didn't keep track, but did a lot of encounters down there. And then for Shining Pearl, we tried the same thing, and we went over odds here. This hunt took forever, though, but to my fault, because I was very picky on what I wanted to find. I didn't just go after every single thing down there. There were like Onyxes or Bronzors that I didn't want that I would encounter. The Bronzors, I wouldn't have minded if I didn't already find a shiny Bronzor in the double hunt in Wayward Cave. But I already did that in Brilliant Diamond, so why do that for this one? And then, yeah. And now, of course, I didn't want Onyx. And so, here we are, in the end. So, here is my 5th member. And member number 5 is Shiny Buneary. So, like I said, this came after 4,788 random encounters. The funny and ironic part is that Buneary was a potential target for me back when I did my second hunt, or badge, which was the double encounters with Cheryl in the Eterna Forest, where Buneary can pop up. It was Buneary, Budew, and Mischievous that were the potential targets, and in the end, it was Budew, but Buneary ended up coming back later on. So, and the ironic thing is I also started a hunt for Mischievous Repel Trick in the Lost Tower, and that's still ongoing. Don't know when that'll be done, but maybe soon. So then it'll be funny, I can get all 3 of the targets I wanted in Eterna Forest if I'm able to find it. So I just throw a Premier Ball at this Buneary, 3 Shake Bake, but then it breaks out. Got a little, ahead of myself, thought I could do it. But then I'm like, alright, you know what, let's go back to what I should do. So I switch out that former shiny Budew, now that's my shiny Roserade. So I could just paralyze it, and then I could chuck balls, and then it should come out quite easily. So yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm surprised this ended up being Buneary. I did, I was mostly in, this one area in the Grand Underground, like, towards, where, Pastoriza City is, where, like, there's, like, this psychic-type room, and a lava and, like, ground-type room. There was, like, a lot of Onyxes, Bronzors, like, as the common ones, but, like, the ones I was looking for were Rolts, Skorupi, and stuff like that. But in the end, it ended up being Buneary. Didn't expect it, but that's okay. So, yeah. We were able to catch Buneary, and able to get a shiny dex for it. So, here we have number 67, Buneary, the rabbit Pokemon. When it senses danger, it perks up its ears. On cold nights, it sleeps with its head tucked into its fur. Look at her, or him, actually. This is a boy Buneary. So, yeah, now is the grind where I have to now evolve it into Lopunny, that I'm going to have to begin. So this Buneary ended up being a hasty nature, which is plus speed minus defense, which isn't terrible for it. Its best stats are its speed and special defense, so it's faster, although I have a personal thing, though, with any nature that decreases defense or special defense. But it's okay. Who cares? It's shiny. That's what counts. Now, Buneary has a base friendship of 0, which is the lowest it can be. It's like a legendary Pokemon almost. So it's going to take a while for me to grind and try to get it to become a Lopunny, but I'm up for the challenge. It's okay. So here's here's an out of the ball encounter. We have regular Chingling, shiny Buneary, and I nicknamed it Bun Bun. Don't ask. Alright, and now for an in-ball encounter. We got a regular Machoke that my Buneary would have no chance against as of now. Premier Ball, shiny Buneary. Oh yeah. And as I mentioned before, this is where the grind begins in order to evolve Buneary into Lopunny. So, the only Pokemon that have a base 0 friendship are legendaries, mythicals, and ultra beasts. Oh, and one more, Buneary. Long story short, the moment you catch a Buneary, it freaking hates you. And then you gotta grind for it to evolve. You have to raise, and the only way it can evolve into Lopunny is to maximize its friendship. And that requires, at the very least, battling or a lot of steps. Now, when I caught this Buneary, it was level 34. My other shinies are level 40, and I want to not overachieve where I am at now. So the best thing you can do is to do a lot of steps, and you can do battles against Pokemon that are a lot weaker than it. Absolblog's Pokemon has uploaded a perfect video in terms of how quickly you can evolve a Buneary into Lopunny. And he did it early on in the game, back when you could find it in Eterna. So go check out that video if you want better information on that. And he did it without what I used right here, a Soothe Bell. And for those who don't know what a Soothe Bell is, really quickly, it expedites the process of increasing friendship with a Pokemon. Now, rather than just completely only do steps, I decided to also do other things to pass the time. So I went to Wayward Cave to do Myra, get some steps there, do some quick battles there. I also had Pachirisus with me to do pickup, but like basically just doing stuff part of the game. It was kind of nostalgic because I did this Myra double hunt for Bronzor, Brilliant Diamond. It was the second hunt I ever completed, so it was cool to see all this again and finally get it out of the way. Granted, my shiny Buneary is a lot stronger than the Kadabra is at this point. But, so I did all that, and then I only had like 3,500 steps, so I just did what any other normal person does, and just do a lot of steps on the cycling road. It's like about 100 steps, more or less. And then I kept going back to this woman to check how its friendship was going. And then I also taught it some better TM moves, since it's a normal type. I taught it some more diverse types of attacks. Trained it a little bit now and then. It's funny, when you go to that person, though, to tell what the friendship is for the Pokemon, if you do it right away, as soon as you catch a Buneary, it says, oh, it dislikes you. It's like, oh, gee, sorry. Other ways to help maximize the friendship could be catching in a Luxury Ball, which I cannot do yet. But yeah. Then eventually, though, as the steps kept winding down, it was starting to like me more. Getting really excited, liking me. And eventually, once you get it up to this point, while it's not the maximized friendship, it's enough for it to evolve. So I went down to the underground, raised it a level, and then Buneary evolves into Lopunny. So here is Lopunny, number 68, the rabbit Pokemon, just like Buneary. It likes to keep itself clean and never fails to groom its ears. It runs with sprightly jumps. Now I gotta keep remembering, well, the first thing you think when you see a Lopunny is that it's a female, but mine's a male, so gotta kind of adapt to that. But who cares, doesn't matter. So here's Lopunny running around. Bun Bun is very happy following you. I still don't know why I chose the name Bun Bun, but I kind of like it, so who cares? So obviously, Lopunny can bounce very fast, and it's very cool. And now it's apparently rolling a stone around. Maybe it's secretly a rock type. Maybe that's its hidden power. No, but okay, so now some quick encounters. Here is a normal Budew. And here's an out-of-the-ball encounter of Lopunny. Bling! And then went to the cave so we could do a regular ball. So here's a normal Metatite. And Premier Ball, Shiny Lopunny. So just a quick showcase. Our first one is Shiny Empoleon, Pally the Empoleon, Ivy the Roserade, Shinigami the Spiritomb, we got Harry the Heracross, and now we got Bun Bun the Lopunny, excuse me. And yeah, it continues a trend of a brand new type. But now that we have Lopunny, we have the right and the privilege to take on the 5th gym. And it says normal types have no effect on this gym, which, yes, that is true. Normal types can't do anything to ghosts, but ghosts can't do anything to normal either. But yet, until the gym leader, I'm going to catch up training by just using Lopunny for the first few battles. Now, I know what the answers are to all of these. It's very easy to do. However, I always get it wrong on purpose just so I can fight the trainer so I can catch up and have Lopunny get to level 40 just like the rest of them are. This guy really wasn't too thrilled with me purposely getting them wrong. Not that I really care though. So basically, oh, this was something interesting. You learn something every day. So even though I use Dig, I didn't know Gengar or a Pokemon can use Toxic while I'm underground and I would still get poisoned. Luckily, I didn't get poisoned because of kind of the BS of how it loves me already. We've come such a long way in a day. But, yeah. Took care of this guy, and then we eventually got to Fatina for our 5th gym leader and the 5th badge of our badge quest. I really like how I know when a Pokemon loves ya in this game, they do the jump right before the beginning of the battle. I love when Lopunny does it because it's a bunny, so it fits, and it's just fitting for it. So basically, I start off with just fighting the Drifblim. I wanted to heal myself when it burned me, and little surprise, surprise, she decided to use a Hyper Potion. Which, I mean, didn't even fill the HP, but I know Drifblim has uber tier HP, so it's not too surprising. Drift, she keeps trying to burn me with Will-O-Wisp, but I caught this Buneary today. Now it's a Lopunny. It hated me when I caught it. Now it loves me to shrug off Toxics and burns. So, and the only move that I have that can hurt these ghost types, is just Payback. It does no dig for the Gengar, but decided not, because I wanted Lopunny to fight her Fatina's strongest Pokemon. So basically the goal was, once I took out the Drifblim, take Lopunny back and send out my shiny ghost type, Shiny Spiritomb. Good old Shinigami from the 3rd badge. I'm sure a ghost type gym leader would appreciate this Pokemon. So basically what I did was I gave Lopunny a Super Potion, healed it, or I'm about to, And while I was doing that, of course, she's a very exotic dancer. She just loves to dance. And thought that was always kind of funny. Hey, it's Gengar. It's me. Yep, more dancing. She just can't get enough of it. And then, so what I do, once I healed Belopony, I decided to use Hex on it. I was confused, and I used Dazzling Gleam. It's weird to know seeing Gengar use that. My Hex was strong enough to kill it in one shot, so that wasn't much of a challenge. So now Lopunny's all healed, and now Fatina's got her one last Pokemon, her main Pokemon, her Miss Magius. Pokemon that might still join this batch quest, but we'll get to that later. So then once the Lopunny comes back out, oh, mon ami, oh heavens, what is this? My final Pokemon. I can't do a French accent. I even more can't do a woman French accent. So yeah, my newest shiny edition and her strongest Pokemon. Wasn't too much of a fight, though. All I had to use was just one payback to knock it down to halfway. And then she confuses me with Confuse Ray. Thankfully, I feel like the confusion odds are never give up, no matter what. I'm going to talk like I'm a Frenchman instead. Thankfully, the confusion odds, though, are very in favor of not getting hurt. So then I just use one more payback, and that'll do it. And Miss Magius goes down, and just like that, I have defeated Fatina, and I've gotten my 5th gym badge. So fantastically strong. Yes, now you know why I lost. So once I defeated her, oh my goodness, that looks like that silver part of her dress looks like a goatee. And just like that, now we have our 5th badge. Hooray! We're more than halfway done. Or at the very least halfway done. More on that later. So once we got that, we saw the demon again. She was very mad here with Team Galactic, but she told me to go west to Canalave City now that I could surf. And here we are, Canalave City. Good old time. So when I crossed the bridge, my rival came up and wanted to fight me again, which was fine. I showed my shiny Heracross dominating his regular one. This is a mother thinking that this boy has too much energy, foreshadowing Darkrai. And then I thought this part was cool because this book right here tells you how to obtain Manaphy in Pokemon Legends Arceus when you have a Mantike, a Buizel, and a large Quillfish, which is Overquill. And it tells, and then, yeah, that was an interesting add-on to this game. Then there's other things I could do, like go to Iron Island, but I'm going to hold that off because now we're going to begin the 6th hunt, which is going to be going back to Orberg City, and we're going to do fossil resurrections for Shieldon. I could have done this a while ago, but I decided to hold off on it, and now I think is a good time for it. Nice quick hunt, or should be quick, fast encounters. I got 25 of the fossils with me, so I'll do 25 per reset. If it gets too much, then maybe I'll do less per reset. I don't know. We'll find that out later. But, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. 5 badges down. Hopefully we'll get our 6th one soon. And we are coming up to the end. Hopefully. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you did. Subscribe for more content. And I'll see you all soon. Peace.